When it comes to evaluating Jaxson Dart, a lot of people like to point to this Florida game where he threw a couple of interceptions towards the end of the game. But what people don't bring up is that in this same game, before that whole sequence of events started, Ole Miss down one score, 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. He throws an absolute dime on this sort of dash boot flood concept here. He lets this thing go midfield, drops it in the bucket of his wide receiver, okay? And right there went right through his wide receiver's hands. So a lot of people don't bring this up where they would have tied the game up with this. And another thing I feel that needs to be said about the end of this game is the offensive line was genuinely horrendous. Like everything from one-on-ones was horrible, like the center here getting absolutely mollywopped to force the pressure up the middle, or the right side of the offensive line not sorting this out correctly with the tackle stepping down instead of letting the running back come up and take his man, right? I mean, if this was empty protection, the tackle would be correct here. But in this case, you can see the running back is even expecting to step up and take that, number 34, that linebacker, safety, whatever he is. Right, you can see him about to step up. Tackle steps down. Tackle should be kicking out here, right? So they messed that up, and that just causes more pressure. And I mean, pretty much every single play towards the end of this game looked like this. So the first interception he threw, don't get me wrong, genuinely horrendous, right? Not too much left in the game. He's going for it all. Ends up throwing into triple coverage. Bad throw, bad read, just bad all around. But the last one he threw, 29 seconds left to go, again, still down by a touchdown. If the receiver would have caught that pass earlier, could have been a tie game, who knows, right? But 29 seconds left to go. They're around midfield here. And this is the last interception he threw. And this one, I'm sorry, but this one you got to kind of put some of the blame at least on the wide receiver. If you look down here, you get off coverage, right? But he's going to run sort of like a wheel fade here. And you can see at this point, Jaxson Dart likes what he sees. He sees that space has been closed, right? And he's expecting his receiver to keep it moving, but instead the receiver slows down and looks back for some reason, right? Meanwhile, Dart is launching this thing to where he thought that receiver was going to be running, right? Because again, we got to this point here, okay, where that space was closed off and where he expected his receiver to keep running the wheel, but he didn't. He stops and it's an interception. So, I'm not defending the end game here from Jaxson Dart. I'm just saying I think context is definitely deserved.